Hello, everybody.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season,
16.
Week 16, and we've got a good one in store.
This show on the
between
road,
London
season
Monarchs
2
and our home team.
of my franchise. Got a few people in here.
And no run back.
It was more.
It
was actually full, but
out to the 25-yard line.
people act like they don't want to play their games, and we don't wait for people that long. Yeah. I mean, you don't play 3-4 games in a row, you know. Feel like you ain't interested, so.
And the first carry of the game here for Trey Mason. And he is swallowed up right
kick person, invite somebody else now.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, here's Goff. He's got time in the pocket. Great protection. He's got him.
Oh, wow. I knew he was going back to him. I tried to come back down. Guess I didn't come back that fast.
I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower.
I knew he was going to come back down for it. He was sitting in the pocket.
I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
Goff completes it right side to Britt. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, good run. Good stop, boy.
So he loses 3
Let's
yards
go, bye.
there. Now third down.
Let's go, bye-bye.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Go bye-bye.
Defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. Throwing on third.
Ooh, come on, big dog. Come on, big dog. That was a pick, dude. Nah.
But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Shoot. Oh, good kick.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
What we got in the backfield, dude? Miller. Let's blow these boys, Miller. Cut back. Gotta cut back. Damn, I seen that. I seen them boys coming out there. Oh, dude. Oh, you better have gave me that play again. Oh.
They'll look to throw. He completes it right side away. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So completion on
gotta put that speedzer out there. That speedzer. I don't look too good.
The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Nah, we ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do that play.
So the offense took the timeout.
I didn't say I wasn't gonna go for it.
As we get set to resume the
action. We ain't gonna do that play.
And they're going to line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, mess up.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
Yes, sir.
And he's into the clear.
Let's go, bruh. Man, if that was Willard, that would have been a touchdown. That would have been it.
And it pays off. 66 yards. And they talked about how important the
boy,
passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second and goal. From the 4, it's second and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And it's third down and goal from the 4.
Miller up in that hole.
He's into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
They decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
You didn't
turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
On the ground again, it's Mason.
Good run for him.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Here we go. 3-19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Mason. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll let their receiver run it out of the Wildcat. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat. Out of the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Miller. Mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll run. It's Miller. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Now it's the former Ram. This is Todd Gurley. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's brought down after a good gain. 26 yards on the pickup there. And that enables him to also pick up the 1st. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. In motion right is Robinson. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Yes, sir.
On the 1st down.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Dante Fowler just made a play that he can be really proud of there. Nice tackle for loss. And what a relief it is for him to be back on an NFL field after missing his entire rookie season with a knee injury.
I think the entire defensive unit is relieved that he's out there. A gain of 32 that time. first down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Well, yeah, all right.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Rams are going to get a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
There's Gone. That is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Their big tight end with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. And his kick is good. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Jones. That's it. Jones. Jones.
Illegal blocking the ball. Return team. Automatic first down.
And now back out comes the offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this throw will be intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That complete to Lamar Miller. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And they're going to speed things up here.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Allen Hurns, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still...
Hold on, y'all. Man, I know that was a long wait.
And that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The defense now getting set and heading back onto the field. And in a tight ball game like this, the defense looking for a stop. You kind of, if whether you're the offense or the defense, you don't want to be the one to screw this thing up.
No, not at all. And right now, you've got to figure that the offense is thinking to themselves, if you just get us the ball, we'll make things happen for you. Just help us out a little bit. And that's what the defense has to have in mind as they trot out here for this series.
Yeah, right now, the offense on the sideline. Can the defense do it? On first down, it's gone. Surveying the field. A dump off for Mason. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. Back there, here we go. Hot.
On second down, here's Goff. Wide open receiver complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On first and 10, Goff. He's got time. And that's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Goff now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now it's gone. And Wilson has it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Holding. Defense.
That's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. Now Jones. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Rams defense heading back onto the field. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I can just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes. First series of the second half. Offense or defense, you've got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel...
Philip Dorsett by himself. Touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 79 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The throw on second down is gone. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. And they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Clay Matthews coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
With it is Brown.
Ah, come on. He has to come out of that backfield, bro. Try to give him some play. Oh, shit. Fucking on my punt return, bro. Jones is messing up too.
Good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Rams defense getting ready to go again. Their secondary, the whole defensive unit really struggling. They've given up 3 touchdown passes. That last drive was dominant through the air against them.
They found something that was working for them on offense, and they just kept going to it, just kept throwing the football. So that means an entire overhaul on the defensive side. They need more pressure on the quarterback, and obviously need tighter coverage on the receivers.
See if they can get that tighter coverage. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning and losing.
I should have killed sooner.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job, way to knock it down.
And that formation won't yield much here as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll run it here. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll drop the throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. Gus Bradley his decision to go for it does not work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they
Ooh, I knew
stop
you were
fourth
chuckling.
down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Dorsett on the return.
Oh, come on. Really? Really? Caught Dorsett, 96
yards.
speed,
And the
fast
offense
player
will
on the
take
freaking
over
field.
with a new set of downs.
Okay. Whatever you
And here
say.
now the offense heading back out there. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes
There
much
we
for the
go.
head coach because this is what he preaches all the time.
And
Shot
now
90
the rookie spree.
94, 95
And
speed. Let's do it, baby.
touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Rams getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run again with Mason. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 3rd down, still 14 yards left.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They're able to locate Wilson.
Oh, wow.
A huge play that time for the Rams. 54 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions.
Oh, Matthew, that was good play,
They
bro.
stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
That's why you're on the line.
Back now just
slow
east
to
of
be a
Manhattan
linebacker,
in
bro.
Brooklyn. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the
That's
parking
why
lot.
you're
Their
on
guys
the
trail
line.
big here to begin quarter number 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's first and goal.
He ain't going nowhere, bruh.
Lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's Goff now on second down. This will be caught at
Get smacked, nigga.
And he'll be
tackle,
brought down
Brown.
this time at the 5-yard line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that lock?
Oh, come on, Brown. Oh, my God. That was a play, bro.
Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. And the lead will be
Damn, Brown.
to 14.
You let him get on the
That's
backfield,
about
bro.
as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver. Successful.
Oh, I thought he was going to break off. That would have been a touchdown.
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now this offense ready to take over again. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. A first down carry now for Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Robinson, kiss him goodbye.
Darn it.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try and run for it with Henry.
Come on, Lorenzo.
To the 5-yard line.
Bruh, that was a block, bruh.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll give Henry another shot.
Let's go, Henry.
Fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Oh, shit.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were
wow.
the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
First tackle,
They really look clueless.
And that was amazing.
Second
because
tackle
that
is right in his
drive went
face.
and went,
Missed.
no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Gotta be
A
kidding me.
good pick up there of 20
I'm right in there for the
yards.
sack, and I get pulled
He's
into a
the
block.
what we call
Of
the
course.
move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Catch made right side by Wilson. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's brought down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hey, watch that. Check.
On 1st down, Goff. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Wow.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Michael Rivera, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams
I don't know how he's burning. Like, Michael Rivera is slow. I don't know how he's burning
the tight
cornerback
end can kind of be
or
that
linebacker.
diamond in the rough,
That's
secret
amazing.
weapon that you have. And right there, they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's
Ooh.
covered up by the hands
Broke
team.
one.
Well, 4th quarter, they
about
felt
to
like
take
they
off on
needed
him.
the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. That goes for a gain of 31.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Miller, the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Still 2nd down.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. Goff again. Caught here left side by Brett. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and 2. Goff. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And no doubt, this is what you call a bounce-back game from a week ago.
And absolutely zero surprise, don't you think? Think about our meeting with the coaches. I mean, all they kept talking about was, well, you know, if you had a bad game last week, it won't happen again. There won't be 2 in a row. We'll bear the brunt of what happened from the week before.
Yeah, they were giving us all the cliches, hoping he would right the ship, and he has.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run forward with Mason.
Oh.
He's got a little daylight. And he
Come on, we had him, bro. How do you mix that up?
14 yards there on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now it's
Oh,
not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. You got 4. Blue 90. Here we go. Blue 90. That's the West.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Rivera's got it.
Come on, bro. What the fuck?
Good game. 22
Where the defense was at on that play, bro?
4th and long. Somehow they're able to keep the drive going. From the red zone now, Goff.
Oh, come on, get there, Rams.
He was looking for his tight end that time, Michael Rivera. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. And here is motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
Damn, Rams, chill out, bruh.
Start offense.
And now movement again, and they'll march
This
even further
dude here.
backward.
Take that man out.
False start offense.
Same player.
And here is motion again.
79,
That's
chill
gonna be
out,
2 in a
bruh.
row.
Trying to finish the game. You sitting here and keep going over the damn line.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Again, Goff. Finding time. Look at the time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Deep drop.
Into, give me that.
And his
Ooh,
hands on it, couldn't
that
bring
was
it
my
in.
boy
Pretty
Slay.
symptomatic
Pick
of how this game's
dude.
been going.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best. Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception, and sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And as our graphic shows, sort of back to his old form, you requested a meeting with a tight end coach this week. What came from that?
Yeah, that's not normal because we usually talk to the offensive coordinator, defense coordinator. It's pretty simple stuff, but you're talking about a former tight end now coaching who's been to Pro Bowls and understood what it takes to get things done and get them done better.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Bruh, come on. That was a pick off. Come on. Fucking catch, man.
37-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season,
bro.
because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Aha.
Out of the gun. Goff.
Come here. Let's go, bruh.
Goff is sacked. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One last throw here for Goff.
Pick.
And a diving.
What?
I think he got that.
Wow. Yes. That was a straight up pick. He jumped up and hit it down. What are you doing? All right. This game is done.